Hello. We still have a couple of minutes and let's
Hi
check
there.
our sounds. Hi, Daria.
Hi, Yulia. Hi, everyone. Nice to see you all here.
Yeah, I will send a reminder as well in one of our community now.
Okay, so,
Sounds like sound is working.
can you see my screen?
Not now.
Mhm. How about now?
Yes, now it's working, but somehow it's not super clear for me.
Interesting. Wait a sec. Mm. Is it like blurred or?
Oh, now it's fine. Now
Now
it's
it's
working.
fine.
Yeah,
Okay.
now it's fine. Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, in Google Meet, normally when you share the screen, you don't see the people in the meeting and you don't see the chat.
Yeah,
So
but I will control chat, no problem.
yeah.
Guys, could you please send something to the chat so we check out that it's work? Otherwise, we will find how to manage that. Yeah, hello. Super nice to see all of you guys. Thank you for
Okay.
joining us today. So now it's 12. Seems that people joined, and I will put the record on. Oh, it's already on.
Okay,
Yeah.
great.
Uh,
Okay.
So let me briefly introduce myself and Daria as well. So my name is Julia. I'm founder of NerdSpace. The NerdSpace is a Finnish HR tech company, which we developed since 2019. And now our main bestseller product which we have, it's employment of record. Employment of record is service which helps you to live in Finland and work remotely to any other country. So we have quite many clients all over the world, like people from Finland work for companies in US, UK, Singapore, Emirates, Canada, Sweden, Estonia, so Cyprus, many other countries. And today with me, Daria Galina, who is a not a
Project
manager,
manager.
project
Pro-
manager, project manager at Horizon. We do love Horizon. Thank you guys for doing your great job with all these
Thank you.
LinkedIn community events and explanation how to work with all these platforms which we need to use to be hired nowadays. Yeah, so Daria has essential experience and I hopefully she will share it with us today. So now I will switch my mic and the stage is yours.
Thank you. Thank you, Julia, so much for having me, for inviting me. Today we're gonna talk a lot about my practical experience in networking. But first things first, let me introduce myself. My name is Daria. I have quite extensive experience in executive operation and project management, and I have worked both in private tech sector and in public sector back in my home country. And I have now been gaining a lot of experience with NGO, which is Horizon. And now I work as a project manager at Horizon. I supervise Horizon Internship Program. We collaborate with Finnish Universities of Applied Sciences. We take in interns, onboard them, match them with companies in Finland and in Europe. And that's how interns, students can get their first basically practical experience in Finland in terms of working. My educational background is humanities, and I'm also a professional teacher. And as a person, I'm into languages and also into horses, into animals in general, and into baking. So these are my favorite things on the picture.
You cannot see it probably because you see a presentation by guys sending you hearts.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm so happy that you like this. This, like, I'm proud of this because this is my recent chef d'oeuvre from last weekend, and it's made with hand-picked blueberries from Finland, so it's like local dessert. Yeah.
Super
Okay.
nice.
Thank you so much. Okay, so I'm gonna talk a little bit about my journey in Finland, how I ended up here, and what happened when I moved. So I moved to Finland as a student in June 2022. So basically almost 3 years ago, and I was studying in an upper secondary education institution for 1.5 years. So you can see here on the timeline, I graduated in December 2023. And during these first 1.5 years, I didn't do much networking. I networked only sporadically. It was interesting experience. I will talk about it a little bit later. But when I graduated, I didn't have a job, and I decided that I will start studying again in May 2024. But I had like a lot of time because I didn't have a job and I didn't have my studies anymore. So I decided that this is the right moment for me to start networking, basically. And soon I got a job. So I got a job in June 2024, and I started with Horizon, and I'm with them for 9 months already. So, and we are here now. Okay, today we're gonna talk about networking in like 3 dimensions. We will talk about why you even need to do that. What's the purpose of networking? We will talk about practical examples. I will share how I approached networking and how I saw people to approach networking in ways that actually worked for the people I will mention and for myself. And the last but not least, we will talk about how you can move forward with all this information. When I first started networking, basically in I told you that I networked sporadically during my first like 1.5 years, but I decided that I need to approach networking in a more serious way, and I started do it consistently starting from January 2023. And how I felt personally when I started doing it, I thought that networking is a buzzword. I felt awkward. It also felt scary. I wasn't sure that I could do that because I'm more of an introvert kind of a person, not super extroverted. It might have felt tedious for me, and I've heard many people telling me that it felt pointless, and that got me thinking that maybe networking is like heavily misunderstood. And here's where I want to ask you: have you ever felt these feelings or any other feelings about networking that might like be not too positive. If you could share, maybe you could write in the chat or just give me a thumbs up if you agree with some of the feelings here, or maybe you could open your mic and like share how you felt when you first started, if you have ever. Julia, could you please
Yes, I
help
can
me?
share my feelings. Yes,
Yes.
I do remember when I just arrived to Finland and first go to some kind of event. That was feeling like everyone knows everyone, and you are like a newcomer, and you stay somewhere besides, and you do not really want to go and ask something because it seems so strange. Why this, stranger? I'm a stranger for those people who is communicating. Why should I go and ask something? That's so strange. And I can
Totally.
read a text from the chat. So Maria felt herself pointless, and and all others that you hear.
Okay.
Kadria told that she felt scary. Quentin told that he just started networking and feels scared. All the time, Hannah writing that all the time I never know what to talk about. What questions should I start with? Grigory saying that he depends on on with whom I was in contact with, all in the pretty nice experience, but sometimes felt useless because haven't understood how to get to a point or hiring or something like that. I think that Grigory is already like on a next level because he's trying, to find this useless or unuseless from this kind of communication. But for me, for the first time, like, okay, it's so many stuff buzzing everywhere, so I need to join. And then you go in there and everyone like in a big company and a team, so know all each other, but you are like a super new. So yeah, I'm thrilled to know what is the next in your story.
Okay. Okay, so yeah, totally valid feelings here. Scary, it still feels scary, and I also felt like it was useless and pointless in the very beginning, because the next slide. Yeah. So let's talk about why do networking next. We talked about your feelings, and you were saying that it felt scary and pointless, but why you tried to do that still? Like, why was what was the reason you decided that you are going out there and doing that?
Yeah, I have some messages and we'll read them. Maria, in Finland, how I communicate is judged as negative, while in other places it's okay to smile and be friendly. Also, people usually are not friendly at work events and hard to break in. Camille saying that thanks for asking, Daria. I feel it's very intimidating as I speak Finnish from language perspective, mindful of my accent and mistakes, and yes, scary breaking into tables where conversations are already happening and is already a courageous act. And one more comment, leave a good impression on potential employer or get a person who could make a referral. I feel that I need to meet more people in my area to understand how work market works in Finland and get help to find a job. Super nice, guys. Thank you for those.
Thank you. Yeah, I really like those two comments. Like, I like all the comments, of course, and these two letter comments about getting referrals and getting to understand how the job market actually works. It's we're getting there with these comments. Very good, because many people tell that networking will secure you a job. If you Google, for example, why should I do networking? Like the first links that you will see, like I checked universities, for example, universities websites and their articles about networking, because they're all educating their students how to network as well. So they're saying basically that there's a hidden job market. Jobs are never advertised, like 70% of jobs, and they go through networks. So you need to network to get a job. Networking is vital because that's how you gain recommendations, references. You can get a referral. These are valid points, but what's in between? Yeah. Do you have a comment or a
Yes,
question?
I have a really nice comment, and I really feel what Lilia feels.
Mm-hmm.
She's saying that usually the person who initiates a conversation is the one who needs something, new
Mm-hmm.
contacts, connections, etc. A strange feeling is you want something from others, and it's like I'm using people. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, this is a really, I do really understand your feeling, Lilia. But I
Mm-hmm.
feel that Daria can give us tips on that.
Yeah, absolutely. Like these are valid feelings, and mm, that what, like this slide exactly. This is a short slide, but it really connects with Lilia's comment, because many people think that if they go out there, network, meet people, ask them questions, and tell them that, hey, I'm looking for a job. Can you give me some possibilities, some opportunities? It feels like you are needy. You are stretching your hand out and asking people to do you a favor, and it is what makes you actually feel awkward in the networking situation. You are in the position of asking for something, and it's not actually pleasant. So the feeling is valid, but let's approach networking in a different way. Let's focus on what actually is in between you networking and you asking questions and interacting with people, and the stage when you are getting interviews, offers, proposals of collaboration, and so on and so forth. What happens actually in between? If we focus on that, if you don't like directly jump into the state of mind that, hey, I'm gonna come to this event, meet 1 to 3 people, and I will immediately get a job. Well, most likely it won't happen. Like, I have to be honest and direct with you. It's not happening like that. Let's focus on something that is in between you networking and you getting a job. And let's talk about that. But on the other hand, you needing something from people is normal. Like, for example, Julia needed me today to come and speak at this webinar, and I needed Julia to invite me so I can come and meet new people and share my thoughts. So let's switch our mindset a little bit. Yes, we need each other, and it's a good thing. That's how the society works. And not let's just not focus uh, on a smaller part, where on a smaller like angle, where you only need a job. You need more than a job, and some of what you can gain from networking can lead to a job. Do you do you feel me here? Are you connecting? Like how does it sound?
Yes, yes. Guys, are you raising hands or just trying to send a reaction? Yeah, I think that guy has been trying to send a reaction.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
okay.
And Lilia commented that a
Mhm.
nice thing is when you also have something to offer, your expertise, experience, your support. I try to make it mutual.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yes, true, true. And you genuinely have a lot to offer. Each, every one of you has something to offer to potential employers, to potential collaborators, people in your current and your future network. You have it actually, so you can offer it. And how? Again, we will talk about this in a few slides. So, Yulia, you were saying that as a newcomer, you just stay on the side. Everyone is communicating, and you are just don't know how to act. This is true. Like as a newcomer, unless you are relocated in Finland and in any other country, basically, you have zero credit history in terms of the local job market. And I use the financial term here for a reason, because like credit means like literally means trusted. And what people want to build with you is mutual trust. That's that's the reason, in my perspective, why all those 70% of job opportunities go through networks, because people want to feel safe. They want to, like employers want to feel safe. They want to offer jobs to people who they can rely on, who they trust. And it is especially valid in Finland because the community is so small, so closely connected. Like you are not in the seven handshakes from the other person, but maybe in one. Like I'm in one handshake to, I don't know, president of Finnish of Finland. So the community is so small, and the trust is something that people genuinely want to build with you. And with time, I understood that this is what I need to try to build within my network. So do you have any hacks how you approach networking? How do you do that? Julia, sorry,
Yeah, no,
I'm
I would be
trying to
an
call you.
example today.
I'm always trying to call you Julia. Yeah, sorry
That's,
for that.
that's fine. Anyway, you like it.
I
So
do.
I would say that when I've been, if I would be like just starting now,
Mm-hmm.
I would, I've been watching my kids at the playground and
Mm-hmm.
how they act, and basically they are not starting like hello, what is your name, or something
Mm-hmm.
like that. They're not asking first, they're telling, hey, my name is Agata, let's
Mm-hmm.
play. So, and she is starting like that, and she has no problem with networking.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's much easier to come and say, hey, my name is Julia, I'm blah, 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 and not starting to ask, hi, who are you and what are you doing here? This is more natural to start with short introduction from your side.
Mm-hmm.
This is probably something that I would highlight from my side.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, kids
Okay, I
are.
have some answers in the chat as well.
Yeah, yeah, okay.
Okay, so um, Sergus told that through shared interests, need to
Mm-hmm.
find a proper event location for that, told Leonel. Quentin saying that joining event related to our field of an experience.
Mm-hmm.
Boris told that wait for the nice timing and make a joke, for example, be friendly. Boris, I would like your to have your sense of humor. I just been thinking today about that
Mm-hmm.
my sense of humor just went out somewhere. I don't know. For a couple of years, I'm not like making any jokes. Like people became super serious now.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you, Boris. Grigori saying that he is speaking the same language,
Mm-hmm.
a shared domain of expertise, and probably appearance on the same events. So
Mm-hmm.
Grigori would like to start from the far and go
Mm-hmm.
closer and closer. Attending the event, Lila saying that reaching out and being open, sharing insecurities if
Mm-hmm.
relevant, being
Mm-hmm.
positive, offering help. Nuriyar told that through mentorship, ask people to be your mentor because their career path is what you target and you just want to learn from them. LinkedIn is
Mm-hmm.
a place for that.
Mm-hmm.
Maria saying that my interests are in male dominated fields and as a working mom hard to socialize after hours through the traditional networking events. Oh, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
So I attended other topic as well with more women. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
Boris answering me, making a joke using not your mother language isn't really hard. Agree. Aha. Uh, Lilia agreed. Camila, I had a great talk with a friend and we discussed how to be relatable during networking.
Mm-hmm.
Be smart but silly, vulnerable. That's so good. That's so good. Smart and
Yeah.
vulnerable is totally fine. Self uh, deprecating, be active but passive. Reserved, where do you have a balance? Adaptation, where you know the difference. So yeah, here is like so Camila means that we need to find the difference between American, Uzbek, Russian, and it's like to know how you show up in US or as an Uzbek or in Russian context. Super nice
Yes.
tips. Thank you.
Super nice comments. And you know, guys, you know it all already. So it's good that you came here and shared actually with each other. You did good networking today, and like you can learn from each other a lot. Like I'm in awe, honestly. And yeah, the comment about joking, I don't know, my sense of humor also like went somewhere for rest. Yeah. So yeah, very good comments. So let's go further. And I will now share with you. Thank you for sharing your thoughts and uh, also sharing vulnerabilities is amazing. This is how you actually show your authenticity, and this matters a lot in building trust with other people. So again, what's what was the problem for me when I started face-to-face networking? Uh, like Yulia, you said, you are new, everyone around is new. Your brain is going crazy because too much uncertainty. This is an unknown activity and in an unknown environment. So the solution, like the simplest algorithm I could come up with is this. So I did the research. What networking, recruitment, professional events are happening soon in like in my city? I started small, baby steps. Like you can't don't bite more than you can chew. Start with one or two closest in date, so you don't lose determination while waiting for them to happen. Like the closest in date is good enough. Mark them in your calendar. So that's how you avoid and like mitigate self-sabotage if you're scared to go out there. But it's just in your calendar, like put a reminder, set a reminder, and like follow it. And yes, the first step is scary. We all know that. I didn't go alone. I took a friend with me. Sometimes friends took me with them. So that's how you get support. You feel less uncertainty when you see a friendly, familiar face. Also, depending on how extroverted or introverted you are, you can approach interaction in different ways. I sometimes felt that I just don't have enough energy to pitch myself because this is draining. Let's be honest with each other. Pitching yourself, trying to sell your core value or delivering like the core message that you want to deliver, like this takes a lot of energy and a lot of effort. You can just start with asking questions, what people are doing, what their businesses is about, what their companies are about. And that's how you start. You're just starting gathering information in your own database. And you start understanding what's actually the landscape that that you need to operate in. So you are starting to build your map here by asking questions, showing your genuine interest in people and in what they do, because people always like to tell about their accomplishments, their successes. And if you ask a business owner or an NGO representative, okay, what your organization is about, they are eager to tell you about it all. Like, and they are there for their own purposes. They want to speak with you and to spread the knowledge. And also what I did, I also felt like Yulia, you did. I felt new. I felt not belonging. I felt like a stranger. So what I did, very simple thing. I used to come to different events, and find the same people whom I met earlier. And I would go to them again to speak to them again. That's how I tricked my brain. Yeah, like very simple. Like, yeah, it was scary, like honestly. So the familiar faces made me feel less uncertain and less scared. And again, the community is so small. You like go the second time to the same person like a week after you first met them, and they will start recognizing you at some point. And yeah, so you need to trust the process and yourself in taking the steps. And like the algorithm is about doing from 1 to 5 all over again, all in like again and again and again. So just repeat from 1 to 5 and just continue. How does it feel?
Should I answer?
Yes. Yes, if you like.
Yeah,
If you
I feel
don't,
like we are starting to, split the networking for small pieces.
Mm-hmm.
And when we split it in a very small pieces, then you start to realize, so okay, make a research and find a meetup. Maybe that's
Mm-hmm.
not a problem for me. Put
Mm-hmm.
it in a calendar. That's not a problem for me.
Okay.
Yeah, but then come to the event, and here I'm scary.
Yeah, yeah, I know. I like when I first came to a networking event, I would just go rounds and rounds there, and I wouldn't talk to anyone because I wanted like to get used to the new environment, to the new setting. Okay, here's a new setting. You go somewhere where how a normal event looks like. There are tables, there are people sitting in in the tables, on the tables, and with some brochures, some handouts, candies. And I would just go silently in rounds there just to get familiar, with okay, how does that business, like what's even its name. So yeah, you can really start with small baby steps. So yeah.
Maybe I can add here an advice. If
Mm-hmm.
you put less, value to these events,
Mm-hmm.
less your attention to these events. You're just there, and there you see a guy next to you and say, "Hey, what's up?" And that's it. And it's already started a conversation. And then you even shouldn't, pitch yourself. You can just say that I do like horses and cakes, and what about you? And he is starting to make jokes about that because it's fun because you
Mm-hmm.
came to the professional event, but you are talking about hoses and cakes, but you said, yeah, but meanwhile, I'm a product manager or something like that. But yeah, for now, I'm like, my main passion is blueberry. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's something, yeah, I found a joke. Okay, yeah,
Good for
and
you.
so I think that it shouldn't be super serious, you should just, put less value to this event, less value to your words, less value to your impression that you try to make.
Mm-hmm.
And that might make the situation easier for you.
Absolutely. Like, don't make a big deal out of it. It's just you going there, like socializing, looking at people. If you feel like super uncomfortable, you can even leave, like, and try next time. Like the point is in trying, putting yourself out there, but yeah, not making a big deal out of it for sure, because when you're only starting, it feels really heavy and you can feel like a lot of pressure on yourself. So don't create more pressure than needed. Yeah,
Mm.
this is true. This is true. You know your thing, good, good, good.
I'm here for 5 years networking, but I do remember myself at the very beginning. I do
Yeah,
remember, yeah.
yeah, yeah.
And you just like, the
Yeah,
breathing is just
severe
distorting.
flashbacks
So I
now.
totally understand you guys. And you became like red. I'm easily coming red. So, and yes, so you became red before you open your mouth. It's already too
Mhm.
stupid. But yeah, then if you speak about horses and cakes, probably it will be much
Yeah,
less
yeah,
stress.
yeah. Yeah, becoming red is the worst thing, because like your body is telling you, okay, high adrenaline, we're ready to run. Yeah, 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 yeah. Run away from here. Okay, good. Any other comments in the chat, or are we good to go further?
Yeah, a couple of. When I
Mm-hmm.
go somewhere, there is already many people in line waiting to talk to the same person that I
Mm-hmm.
want to chat with. You can also chat with the people in this line. This is probably a better strategy to, to use this time as well.
If
Leave,
you sorry,
yeah,
can I add, yeah, and if you really want to meet this person, just stay in the line and like be determined to wait for your turn. It's fine. It's
but
fine.
yeah,
Yeah.
start practice already in a line with the people
Mm-hmm.
who is not that Very important. You can try to find someone who, like you, is alone and seems to be in seek of a company, and you can become first connection for each other. That's a good tip. Hi, now I leave Russia. How can I find event for do network in Finland? Does it work online? Yeah, there is online events as well. For example, like today, there's
Yes.
a lot of people who are in Finland, and you can find their names probably in LinkedIn. You can, guys, feel free to send your LinkedIn and network right here. It's absolutely
Yeah, I
good
will
idea.
also share the link to my LinkedIn, and I will share the link to our Horizon community that also operates online, and you can already join. We have lots of events happening online, so you can easily join them.
Yeah, so Boris continue. Well, people there mainly on meetups for talking and networking, so nobody will against small talks. That's super good. And Maria, I disagree about last point because it depends on your financial situation. I need this job to pay bills and take care of my children. So there is a lot of pressure to make things happen. Yeah, Maria, I feel your pain now.
Yeah, I feel Maria too here. I can understand, but exactly the point was not to put even more pressure on yourself than you already are carrying. Because yeah, paying bills is something that is very hard if you're in this situation. Uh, Unfortunately, the reality is that you most likely cannot speed up the process because it naturally takes time. Like
Mhm.
if you have started already like 1 year ago or at least several months ago, uh, good, because you are getting there soon if you are active enough. Yeah, but like uh being an enemy to yourself and like putting additional pressure, not a good thing, because you will just burn out sooner than you find a job or find a good connection through networking. Yeah, but I totally feel that. Yeah, I was in this situation as well, so
Mhm. And I
mhm.
will add probably that when you're in this situation of pressure, you need somehow to take this pressure away for these meetups, because when you come to the person with this pressure on yourself, you also start to pressure for other people, and they feel it and they try to, escape from this communication. This
Yes.
is how happens. So I don't know, but I don't know how to help in this situation, but you need to leave this pressure out of this place of networking, because you can use this probably when you apply for the job, so you will have more application done, so you can use this situation for better acting than you know putting this pressure with you to the networking events, unfortunately.
Yeah, I can share a vulnerable moment here. At some point, I was in despair, basically, in a search for a job, because I was also pressured by the situation and paying bills, and I made a mistake of showing my despair and of showing, I don't want to call it neediness, but how like I acted like this, and yeah, it was I immediately could read on the person's face, on the face of the person that I talked to, how they felt about what I was like communicating to them, non-verbally, probably even probably non-verbally. So people will sense it, and it pushes them away, unfortunately. But this is how it is. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. To the positive side of things, we can move forward, right?
Yeah.
Good. Okay. What actually worked for me in building networks? You all told me about going to networking events. I started small. I started with a couple, 2 or 3 events in a month. But then when I felt comfortable, when I got used to it, I attended up to 10 networking events monthly. For example, today my friend messaged me that, hey, I'm gonna visit 4 networking events today. So like score. Yeah, as I went to the networking events, I began to encounter the same people, and every conversation that I had with these people I already had met, every conversation got deeper and deeper, and this helped them know me better. Also, I accepted, I just, at some point, I was at peace with the fact that networking will, efficient networking will take a long time. For me, it was like learning a new language, like learning Finnish. You probably, many of you are trying to learn Finnish, are putting effort into it, and you know that it requires consistency. If you drop it, everything like goes to waste, falls apart. Same with the networking. So I also embraced Finnish language, and the trick is that you don't need to be fluent when you are networking, at least. I'm not telling about job opportunities at the moment, because some of the job posts are requiring a fluent Finnish, but we're not talking about that at this moment. Only in like situations of conversation, of building some new connections, what actually makes difference, what actually counts, is your effort and attitude. You are putting effort into it, and it shows when you're doing that. So I was really trying hard to speak Finnish. So yeah.
Thanks, thanks for the walkthrough.
Thank you. Okay, any comments on this point?
Yeah, there is some comments in the
Mhm.
chat.
Mhm.
Quentin asking, do you have recommendation how to find network event? And it's a definitely really good question, because when I've been starting and I haven't know people here, that was usually like that. So everyone just posting that they've been visiting an event, and you've been, okay, how have you know about that? Because I'm like late and something.
Okay.
So yeah, how to
Good
find?
question.
Mhm.
Good question. So these 2 points on this slide are about communities that I joined. So I joined a mentoring group for international women, and the community is called Auroras, and they are focusing on helping international women solely, unfortunately, but they are really helping improving Finnish skills and networking skills. So I joined this group, and I started receiving their newsletter, where they shared information about the events that are gonna happen soon in the area. Also, I joined Horizon Community. I now already work at Horizon, but back in time, I joined Horizon as a member, and I also started receiving their newsletter. Also, I followed on LinkedIn. I followed people on LinkedIn who were representatives of these 2 communities, and I started following what they are posting, what they are liking and what they are commenting. And it turned out that in most of the cases, they are reposting or commenting on some posts that contain information about the upcoming events. So I started doing the research. So I joined, like, it's like a snowball. You meet, like, you join a first community, you are starting receiving information, and then it's like a chain reaction. You are starting gathering more and more data about the upcoming events, because each and every community, each and every active member of the community is posting a list of events. Like, I even have a fellow community member in Horizon. Her name is Evgenia, and Evgenia on monthly basis posts, like, makes a post about the upcoming events in Helsinki region for April, for example. And yeah,
well, you can send, I can probably share Evgenia profile.
yeah, yes, Evgenia is a known person. Yeah, so Evgenia is out there. So she really, like, approached networking seriously.
I'm not, will say that Evgenia will publish it, but probably. So this is, initiative that she's doing just for free. So you can just follow her, for example. And I will also recommend you, Grigory already mentioned meetup.com, which is also super good place to find events. And there are also, different, one more Eventbrite, where you also can subscribe for different interesting for you events. And there is also some, let's say, venues which having this kind of events, for example, Epicenter, Maria 01, and many of them. So there is like a venues which having this kind of events, and you can start following the venues. So sometimes it's closed events for the community which are part of this venue, and sometimes it's open events, so you can join the open events of them. So that's my tips.
Yeah, totally. Thank you, Yulia. And yeah, there are lots of them, like Mothers in Business,
Right.
Shortcut,
Right.
Hey Dingo, and many others. Like, and I normally receive all their newsletters from, like, all these organizations, because I just subscribed, and like, they
Daria, I have
they
an idea. Let's create a post with all these kind of communities, and we will make it together, okay?
Yes, good.
Yes.
We will just dump our thoughts. Like, I
Our
will.
thoughts, and we will
Yeah.
put them together. And guys, you will see them in our channels and in Horizon channels as well. So
Yes.
that's a great idea.
Yeah, great. So so I joined a mentoring group. I started receiving information, insights on regular basis, and like, these two communities, I started going to their events regularly. And the hack here is in consistency. So I showed up regularly. My face was already familiar to these people and to other community members. And for example, mentoring group, we had this is a small example, but I think it matters. We had, I think, 6 people in a small, like, mentoring group, and 2 mentors. So very good distribution of the mentoring resource within the group. But then gradually, one after another, people started to, like, drop out of from the participating, and we ended up with having 2 mentees, 2 participants, and 2 mentors. So we actually, at the end of the day, we had each of the participants had an individual mentor, Finnish speaking individual who was in the working life and could actually tell more. And like it was like an individual coaching, and it was free of charge. Like, and I would show up every time. Like we had meetings once in a week, and I would show up every time. So I showed consistency, I showed effort, and like I showed my interest. And at some point, my mentors would already know. I didn't ask them, but they would know that Daria will show up even if no one comes. Daria will show up because Daria normally shows up. And like this is a very good thing to do if you have the resource, if you have the time to do that. Show consistency in your actions, because your actions will speak for you better than any words, better than any pitch in some cases. Let's move forward. We have not that much time left.
Yes, we have just 7 minutes left.
Yeah.
I don't know how many slides you do have.
Oh, maybe, but I will try to now speed up a little bit. Okay, so from the
Oops. Is that problem
not
on
only
Daria?
consistency, but consistently. Yeah. Hello. Hi.
No,
Can
yeah,
you hear me?
now I can hear you, but that was a moment when you've been
Yeah. Probably my
holding.
connection broke. Yeah. Yeah. So I was saying that consistency is key, and what matters is exposing yourself consistently to other people, so you can build relationship of trust with them. Because when people see you like sporadically once in a month, they might not even remember what you are doing, what you are interested in, what your aspirations are. But if you show up every week or every meeting that is scheduled, people will know you. They will trust that this is a reliable person. They committed to participating, and they follow their commitment. Good thing already. Then with every other meeting, you will open up to the other people more and more, and they will get to know you more and more. It will take a long time, a relatively long time, but this is the key here. So yeah, practical example number one, I will just go very quickly with this. So in January 2023, I spoke to one NGO coordinator. Then in February, I joined their mentoring group. So I attended consistently their mentoring group for 3 months. Then they invited me to a workshop, and I went. They invited me to an interview, and I went. They invited me to speak, and I went and spoke, and I posted on LinkedIn, and here I am today. So you can see the timeline. It took 1.5 years, but this is not about getting a job. This is about building your networks, because along the way, I met tons of people. I met a lot of people, and also people who I'm on the same page with, who I share values and interests.
There is a question that Maria is interested in mentoring, but she doesn't know where to find these mentoring opportunities. Platforms.
Yeah, like we discussed, that we already agreed with Yulia that we will create this list, and we will give a short. Actually, when I think about it, I already have this list, Yulia. You are lucky. You don't have to do the work at all. I will give it to you. I will give you the list, and you can post it, and Maria and all the others can check it out. And it's not only a link, name and link, it's also a short description what this organization or community or institution does. So it will be easy for you to navigate the landscape and pick whatever you feel like more relevant to you in your situation. I think it's fine.
Great.
Yes, great. Okay, moving forward. What worked for me in getting interviews? I really believe that networking will help me in getting a job or at least interviews. It actually worked. I secured 3 interviews directly at recruitment events. So I went to events, different events. Again, first it was scary. I was bubbling something incomprehensible. It's okay. No one will judge you too hard as you are judging yourself. People won't remember that. The key is in keeping going and trying to do your thing. Try, fail, forget about it, and move forward. So when I visited these recruitment events, people were giving me feedback as well. And they were telling me that, hey, you are doing a great job. I saw you at that event 1 month ago, and you are here again, and you are speaking Finnish already after like 1 year of living in Finland or 2 years of living in Finland. And this feedback actually helped me feel better, because I was thinking, okay, I will never get a job. I won't be able to pay my bills soon. The situation is bad. But when I went there and people would tell me good things about me, it was like reassuring that actually I'm doing a great job, and it actually will turn out to be something productive. So it did at the end of the day. So what I did, I shared my story. I told people what I can do and what value I can bring to them if I pitched myself, for example. And I also got mentoring, as I told you, and career coaching. And I, at some point, exposed myself to a decision maker, and it played out and led to employment.
Hey, Daria, now it's already 1 hour. And I think
Yes.
that if you have more time, probably we can have 10 minutes more.
Yes, let's.
If you have more slides to share with us.
Yes. I actually didn't expect that we are gonna have this amazing conversation. So, but yeah, let's
I do
continue.
really enjoy that everyone, like, put in their sharing their
It's okay. Experience. Yeah. Actually, it's great, because I was hoping to have a conversation, but I didn't expect it would be like that long. So I didn't like estimate it right. But again, learning experience for me. Okay, let's move forward. Another practical example. Actually, this is an example of how I got employed. As I told you, I became active in 2 communities. Both of them offered mentorship career coaching. So I booked a session with a head of talent of one of the communities. And when we met, this head of talent got to know me better as a person. And she also learned a lot about my skills and background. And later on, like a couple of months ago, they posted a job ad. It was an internship position, and I applied, and I got shortlisted by their CEO, who didn't know me, but the CEO asked the head of talent, okay, what's your take on this? And the head of talent already knew me, and she saw a familiar name, and she knew already that I have the skills to do the job. So I got selected for the job. So that's how I got employed. So I was going there consistently, and this head of talent, she knew me as a person already. She knew my values, how I act, how I behave, what I say, what, like, are we matching vibes? And that's how it worked out. And another practical example, I told you in the beginning that I manage our internship program at Horizon, and we have many students, and we also organize mentoring sessions for them. And these mentoring sessions are open for our general community as well from now on. And in one of the sessions, the speaker got multiple questions and thoughts from one of the interns who participated. And in a couple of weeks, I learned that the speaker actually hired this intern to their team. Amazing. So how did that happen? The intern, like it was like I wrote here that, okay, in a couple of weeks, but basically what happened, the intern showcased their enthusiasm, their interest about what the speaker did, like what was their area of expertise. Then the intern shared their project details and their background. The speaker knew that this intern is from Horizon, so they're trained in a certain way. And the speaker, it turned out that the speaker worked in a relevant industry. So it all clicked and the intern was hired. Can you hear me now?
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
thank you.
yeah. So yeah, that's another practical example of how you can get hired. But it's not, again, that easy, because at that point already the intern got the internship, passed the internship, and in the first place was selected for doing the internship in this specific company.
Mm-hmm.
So is it like all lucky coincidences, like accidentally being in the right place at the right time? Well, not exactly. It's always a combination of luck. Yes, there is a component of luck, but also the conditions that you create for luck to work. So if you are consistent, if you are doing your thing, if you are always out there exposing yourself to people and opportunities, it's just like it's just theory of probability that that at some point something will click and you will find your sweet spot. You will find an opportunity that is out there, and you will be out there as well, and you
Mm-hmm.
will meet you and the opportunity. You will be in the same environment, in the same dimension. So
Mm-hmm.
your job is to go out there, to expose yourself to opportunities, people who are sources of opportunities, and the luck will eventually come to your house.
Mm-hmm.
That
I would
that
like
best.
to
Mm-hmm,
give one more example.
mm-hmm,
I have met a girl,
mm-hmm,
Anna. If you are here, hello. If not, then probably she will see the recording. Her
mm-hmm,
husband is scientist, so they've been living in many different countries, and they've been living in London, then in Austria, then moved here, and I met her
mm-hmm,
here. And
mm-hmm.
we've been talking to her, and I've been, starting to saying that, oh, probably that's so complicated every time making those kind of, setting new connections. And she said,
Mhm,
no, it's easy. And
mhm,
now I see that she's participating all the events that it's
mhm,
possible, and she's like probably 1 or 2 months before they just arrived here in Finland. And I
mhm,
believe that now she knows even probably more people than I know, because
mhm,
she started super active, and she's just, hey, I just came here. Could you please explain me how it's
mhm,
worked, how that's
mhm,
work, and what should I do? So that's also a good point of start. So she
mhm,
know nothing, and she used that as her, good point to start a conversation.
mhm, mhm. Yeah, actually, I know Anna, and she's even in this picture. If you look closer,
Yeah, that's why I've been remembering her. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah. Okay, let's move forward. A very good example. Yeah, this is how it works. Like you, at the same point, at some point, you will start recognizing people, and people will start recognizing you. That's how it works. Okay. And at some point there is one like position or a job posting, and okay, you know Anna, I know Anna, and more people, much more people know Anna, and at some point there will be a job posting that is matching with her skill set, and everyone who knows her will tag her on LinkedIn under this job posting, and yeah, she will at least know about it. Okay, so we're getting closer to the end of the slide deck, and what is appreciated in general in Finland, as I have observed in my experience. People appreciate authenticity and honesty. Being yourself is the key. Sorry for the cliche, but it is what it is. Commitment, deliver what promised. If you committed to participating, go. Like if you're committed to participate in an event and you can't make it at some point, cancel beforehand rather than just give a no-show. Deeper topics for a small talk. It doesn't work. How are you? I'm fine. I'm fine too. It doesn't work here in Finland. People really appreciate deeper topics because that's how they get to know you better, what your values are, what kind of person you are. Because even if you are saying you are fine, but actually you are not, it will pop up, it will show, and this is gonna be a mismatch between your words and your actual like message that you are communicating out there. And like this will be a frustration and for the person you are communicating with. Being proactive, like in example Julia gave just now about Anna. Anna is being proactive. She's out there, and she's even in the picture in my slide deck. So yeah, and up to date and alive LinkedIn. This can be another buzzword like networking, but it actually matters, and we even mentioned it today in the session. And these are things that have to do with trust. That's how people are building trust with you. And also Finns, for example, they really are careful about time. They believe that investing time and doing the long game is what pays off, and they cherish punctuality and being on time. So these two like umbrella notions are important in my perspective in building social connections here in Finland.
We have a message in the chat. Maria
Yes.
Saying that I find it strange that you say that people say that authenticity, authenticity and honesty is appreciated, but you said that you have to hide any problems you have. Seems not to be true if you only have to pretend that life is a game and you have no worries. I hope that companies and society embrace motherhood and having children, not make it something that you have to hide your parental responsibilities at work or when working. It really shrinks the space of moms who work with poor attitude for moms.
Good comment. Actually, you don't have to hide any information. And being a mother is respected here in Finland, as far as I noticed and observed. And there is even a community for mothers. And I also mentioned it, mothers in business. And there is an actual community founded by mothers and run by mothers who attract other mothers and support them in building their careers, getting back from parental leave, building their own thing, building their business, building their social impact here in Finland. So no, you don't need to hide anything. You just need to be
Just
yourself.
before we've been saying that you need to go to this networking event and leave your pressure outside, because of
Uh-huh.
course you do have this pressure. This is the same as Maria, which we've been talking about.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
This is like something that she would like to find out what is the real the
Uh,
reality.
the reality is that the pressure will be there, and you can't like get rid of it just because someone is telling you to do so, or you are telling to yourself that you like need to forget about the pressure and just smile, like how to stop worrying, just stop worrying. No, it doesn't work. Of course, like you need to be your authentic self. If you are under pressure, it is what it is. Just don't put additional pressure on yourself. That's what we were discussing with Yulia when we were saying that we don't like, when we are networking, we need to we don't need to make a big deal out of it, and thus putting additional pressure on ourselves. But yes, there is a lot of pressure on us internationals who are trying to find their way in a new country. It is just a fact, and we all know that, and people out there know that already. Know that also. Yeah.
Lydia gave a really nice comment. She told that she thinks that you don't have to pretend that you have no worries. You just shouldn't overload other with your struggles right at once, as soon as you meet people. So not from the beginning. I don't
Yeah.
know. I totally understand. This is complicated situation from one point, but if you will, overload people with your problems from the very beginning, they probably will not, they won't be interested to know you better, because they don't want to have others' problem on their shoulders.
Yes, true. And yeah, people understand that internationals are struggling here in Finland, and this is like a fact. But people also want to know who you are besides the struggles that you are having, like, because there's so much more in yourself rather than only the struggle and the pressure that is uh overwhelming in this specific period of life, of your life. You are more than this problem, and people want to know you, not only the problem, because the problems are very common and understandable.
Thank you, Daria.
So what can work for you very quickly? Your mindset, consistency, patience. This will take time. I've told you multiple times already today. Your values. This will reveal what kind of person you are. Your interests and anti-interests. Your hobbies, something that you have a passion for or you are good at. It is a shared interest. I remember someone commenting about a shared interest. Very good comment. It's here already in the slide. Thank you. So, like you are a dog person, a cat person, a horse person. Every time I like mention that I'm a horse person, someone will come to me at the end of the event and show me their horse. So that's how I'm connecting with people. horse people. Swimming, music, sauna, whatever. Volunteering can also be a way to put yourself out there. I have volunteered as well. You need just to try out, research what really works for you, starting with baby steps, putting yourself out there, researching, feeling the ground, and you will figure it out eventually. So in summary, networking in practice, it's not a buzzword. It is actually helpful in many ways. It really can be awkward in the very beginning, especially. It can be scary in the beginning and along the way. It takes time and effort, and it needs research, practice, testing, figuring out your own ways. Unfortunately, I can't tell you that this is easy peasy. It will take time and effort. You just need to do the work. And it's most importantly, it's not only for getting a job, though most of us are concentrated on this aspect, which is absolutely valid. And I feel you, I've been there. And it's just not that. After you get a job, I'm sure you will understand, also you will experience that networking can be leveraged in many, 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 many other ways. And yeah, you can already join us at Horizon. Come to our networking events, meet mentors, both online and face to face. I hope you have time to scan the QR code here. But anyways, I will share with Yulia the presentation. You will have all the links that are embedded there and the QRs.
I'm not sure that we can send this presentation because we make this event without registration, so we just don't have emails. So, but we will share the
QR codes
recording, so and people can follow your QR codes. And
Yes.
we will make a really nice post with all communities that exist here in Finland, which we know. And we will
Amazing.
ask people to add, other communities in the comment, and we will, create a big database on that.
Amazing.
Excited. I'm excited about this post.
Yeah.
Thank you for this idea.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for being with us for this 1 hour and 20 minutes. Okay. Super.
Thank you so much.
Thank you
Have a
so
nice
much.
day.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. Eee. Do you see these hearts?
Oh yeah, I can now finally see the screen with the hearts and with people. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for listening.
Okay.
Yeah, amazing.
Okay, thank you very much. Bye.
Bye bye.
Recording.
Marina.